Hey there, it was awesome to chat with you the other day. I can't wait for our next call. But before that, I thought if I expect you to trust me, what I say, the information I give, the strategies that we work through, it'd probably help if you knew a little bit about me and why I became a personal trainer. So to start with, I was always an active kid, and as you can see from the picture, I did tend to hurt myself sometimes. But despite my tendency to be injured, I was always the healthy kid. My brother was sick and I was pretty alright. Didn't really see the doctor that much. I was running around at school and with my neighbours on the weekends, riding bikes and playing sports. My favourite sport to play was soccer, and I started at 8, carried through right until I was in my 20s. And when I was a teenager, I was playing tons of different sports: soccer, hockey, cross country, athletics. But despite this, I actually developed a breathing problem which caused me to wheeze and for my chest to absolutely burn and ache, and it was horrible. So after seeing lots of different doctors, I was actually diagnosed with vocal cord paralysis, which is where my throat was like half open, and it was just not really great for breathing when you limited the amount of oxygen coming in. It also get really tight, which was horrible. And apparently, this was because my subconscious was stressing out, causing me to wheeze. I didn't believe it, but I went along with it and tried to chill out like I was told to. But I also started training different ways of like sprinting, really long, slow distant runs, and anything else I could think of to try and get rid of the issue. I continued to play sport for many years, not seeing any negative effects, didn't make it worse, didn't make it better, just kept on going because I refused to let it change my life. I wanted to play sport, I wanted to be active, and that was just the way it was. I also joined the army and served for 5 years, which was awesome. It was something I loved and was able to do while studying teaching, of course, majoring in health and physical education. As you can imagine, part of army life was physical training session and yearly fitness tests. And by continuing to play sport, I'd learned how to manipulate my condition through breathing techniques, so I could put off the suffering, pain, and wheezing and all that jazz, and it also helped me pass these tests. Until one year, I just absolutely couldn't. It was every single circumstance that could possibly make it worse for me just happened to happen right then. So I finished the run a couple seconds over the limit, and even though I pushed myself harder than I ever had before, I just could not pass. I was a couple seconds and it still annoys me to this day. But by doing this, I pushed my body further than I ever had before, and I could hardly breathe, which actually freaked out everyone else around me and resulted in me being sent to the base hospital. 40 minutes later, I was still wheezing a little bit, and my heart rate was actually measured at 140 something beats a minute, which is absolutely crazy. So they checked that out, and they actually put me on medical investigation, and it was discovered that I actually had a heart condition called inappropriate sinus tachycardia. But the doctors still don't really know why this causes my throat to close. This is just the starting point that absolutely changed my life. I was given this other diagnosis, and while investigating that, I also graduated uni. So I picked up and actually moved to England to take a teaching job. While there, of course, I didn't actually have a car. So I was cycling to get everywhere, which was 10 miles a day just to get to work. But I had awesome fun as well, doing lots of weird activities like walking all over. I mean, when I'm back in Australia, I'm in Brisbane, I don't really walk places. I drive, I ride my motorbike, I'll skate. I never walk, for some weird reason. But London was great. Walked all over, I went skiing, I went snowboarding, and in any other downtime I had to kind of escape from teaching and working, I started researching health and fitness. Mainly the different training methods, exercises, and nutrition info. And I thought I'd see what I could achieve by just making some basic changes, because I didn't actually have access to a gym at the time. One of the things I did was change my nutrition, and I was interested to see what results I got by just making small changes into that, like counting calories and tracking macros. And this is where it got me after 8 weeks. The left, of course, being the beginning and the right being after. This got me hooked. And while it was awesome seeing that I could lose body fat by just changing some simple things, I then focused on building up my strength and using my nutrition in a different way, and again, saw results. But I didn't actually take pictures of those and seeing me do pull-ups once and then doing pull-ups again wouldn't really photo well. So when I got back to Australia, I immediately started a personal training course. And then I started working at a gym part-time while also teaching full-time. I absolutely love helping people discover themselves, change their lives, and I became a trainer originally to overcome my own health condition and to live my life to the best that I can for as long as I can, no matter what. But seeing my clients achieve this and pass this knowledge on is something I'm super passionate about. One client who managed to do this actually was Emily. And Emily managed to transform in just 4 weeks from the right to the left. She gave it all and committed to creating a healthy lifestyle. She changed her nutrition to be mainly consistently made up of healthy food and gave 100% to her training sessions, even sometimes choosing to do extra ones like going for a swim. Basically, guys, as is my constant message and basically my motto, you need to be true to you. You need to go after what you want, and you absolutely need to be the best you can be. Achieve your dream and know it's possible. And if you want it, work for it. Don't hide behind any other commitments. Make it possible, make it happen, because there's nothing better than absolutely achieving it.